I'm Mary Berry and I'm going to show you my key to perfection to make my Spiced Dorset Apple Traybake from my new book, Mary Berry Cooks the Perfect. This is not the full recipe, but it gives you the keys to perfection. It goes over where you might go wrong and gives you lots of hints and tips during the recipe. Let me tell you the keys to success for my Spiced Dorset Apple Traybake. This traybake has a lovely layer of sponge underneath, a cinnamon sponge, then a layer of apples, a generous layer, another layer of cinnamon sponge, and on top more apple. And once I've cooked it, a nice dusting of icing sugar. First of all, take the traybake tin. I've got one 12 by 9 and I've lined it with non-stick parchment. So that's well lined. I've got the mixture here. There it is. It's the all-in-one mixture and it's just got added cinnamon. So I've thinly sliced the apples here, and so if you put a squeeze of lemon juice over them and then give them a good stir, it means that they won't lose their colour. Otherwise they go brown, and they're cut up nice and thinly. Then I take the cinnamon mixture and I'm going to spread half of it across the base of the tin. Spread that out evenly into the corners. Cinnamon goes really well with apple, just a little bit of spice. It's only a thin layer across the bottom to start with. That's it. And then take half the apple and just either spoon it or do it with your fingers like this. Spread it all over, and it can be quite higgledy-piggledy at this stage. And then save some for the top. And it does need to be pushed down, otherwise it'll all come up into the mixture when you put the next layer. So you want to get 2 layers. So you've got the 2 layers of the cake mixture, the cinnamon mixture, and 1 layer of the apple with just a light lot of apple on the top. Then a sprinkling of cinnamon, and then put the rest of the mixture over the top. And you'll need to spread that with a palette knife. And then, as I mentioned before, into the corners, otherwise it'll be thin in the corners. And lastly, the apple that we've saved all over the top. Higgledy-piggledy, doesn't matter, not in straight lines, quite informal. I made sure that I cut it nice and thinly. If you don't cut it thinly, it'll be tough and won't be quite cooked. You know, you can do this with plums as well, as something a little bit different in a different season. Just press it down firmly, and then the sponge mixture will come up through the apple. So there we are, it's ready to go into the oven. I've set the oven at 180, that's 160 fan, and it will take about 40 minutes. To know when it's done, it'll be shrinking away from the sides of the tin, the sponge will be a pale golden brown, and the apple will have started to turn colour. So to give a nice finish to my Dorset apple cake, icing sugar over the top. And it does need a little bit of icing sugar over the top because remember we didn't put any sugar on the apple on the top. So a good dusting. You could use brown sugar if you prefer. So it just gives a really lovely finish to it. And you can see the apple peeping through. And that will serve about 12 people, generous portions. So there we are, my tips on how to make Spiced Dorset Apple Traybake. To download the full recipe, click on the link below.